Welcome back, my fellow mobile gamers, to a video full of awesome mobile games. My name is NimbleThor, and the games this week include an awesome Nonstop Knight-inspired action RPG, an endless idle tower defense game, and then at the end of the video, we'll get to my favorite game of this week, an official music rhythm game by the legendary rock band Queen, of which I'm a huge fan, by the way. And if you are as well, you're absolutely gonna love that game. Now, I know only about 8% of you watching are actually subscribed to my channel, so if you enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. And now, let's get started with today's first game, Solo Knight, which is a cel-shaded idle action RPG where we progress through endless floors of a dungeon, upgrading equipment and character perks, while our hero, well, he fights automatically. Inspired by games like Nonstop Knight, the core gameplay focuses on incrementally improving our character by equipping new loot with unique stats and unique effects. Every piece of equipment even has a special ability that we can trigger manually during combat to deal with stronger enemies or get out of tough situations. The only other direct control we have over our character though is that we can tap if we want to move it somewhere, even though that also happens automatically, so we don't really need that, and except during boss fights, it's rarely necessary to survive in this game. With lots of different weapon types and over 600 perks that we unlock through a massive perk tree, we can customize our character in almost endless unique ways in this game. And in my opinion, this min-maxing and customization is a big part of what makes this otherwise fully idle game actually entertaining to play. Solo Knight monetizes through a $9.99 in-app purchase for a season pass that provides extra rewards, and then some additional in-app purchases for a premium currency. Neither of these is necessary to enjoy the game, but they do allow you to progress faster. The game requires online access, takes up 338 MB of space, and if you've been looking for a Nonstop Knight alternative, especially after the horrible mess of a game that was Nonstop Knight 2, then you may want to take this one for a swing. So, the next game is an endless idle tower defense game called Summoner's Greed, and the most unique thing I can tell you guys about this game is that it lets us play as the bad guys. We take on the role of an evil, powerful, greedy summoner who's basically broken into a castle and stolen all its goods, except now we're trapped, and the kingdom's knights are now trying to get to those goods and retrieve them. They're trying to steal them from us. How dare they? But I guess we're the bad guys in this game, so maybe it's okay. Now, we start out with just a single monster, and then we place it on one of the 9 available tower slots to basically start defeating enemies. We get 1 orb for each time we complete a wave for the first time, which we can then spend once we have 10 of them to summon a random new monster and then place it on the map to improve our defenses. There are quite a few monsters to unlock in this game, and they all have unique attack patterns and can also be leveled up by spending gold acquired by defeating monsters, and this is of course how we grow stronger then. If just a single enemy reaches our stolen treasure though, we die and we have to start from an earlier wave, although we do get to keep our monsters and their levels. Now, unlike most idle games, resetting doesn't really reward us with a special currency that can be spent on progressing faster the next time, and this means that the game can feel rather slow-paced, which is arguably also its biggest downside. We do receive gold whenever we're offline though, which means we can always upgrade our monsters whenever we return to the game, and that gives us that sense of progression again. Summoner's Greed monetizes through in-app purchases for a premium currency and various other convenience upgrades, such as for example doubling the game speed. It also features relatively frequent opportunities, let's call it that, to watch incentivized video advertisements to receive a reward, but to be fair, I never really felt forced to watch these to be able to progress in the game, which cannot be said for every idle game, by the way. So I would say the game can easily be enjoyed as a free player. It can also be played offline, takes up only 289 MB of space, and since it's a simpler and more relaxing take on the idle tower defense genre than a game like, for example, Epic Monster TD, which we have previously covered here on the channel as well, hint hint, it might also appeal more to casual players. And then for a game I really hadn't seen coming, but I think one of you guys actually told me about it, and that's how I heard about it, and I'm very thankful that you did, because I've been having such a great time with this game this week. It is, of course, Queen Rock Tour, a fun official music rhythm game from the rock band Queen, featuring 20 of their most popular songs, such as, of course, Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, and many of this band's other great hits. In true Guitar Hero style, we tap and swipe the tiles that appear from the top of the screen to score points in this game. But this is where it gets interesting though, because each band member has a uniquely colored tile, and if we fail to tap it in time, the band member stops playing until we correctly hit another of their tiles. And that's a fun little twist on the Guitar Hero style gameplay, because it means that if, for example, we miss one of Freddie's vocals, then we won't hear him sing anymore, and it makes the game more difficult because we don't get those vocal cues anymore about where we are in the song, and so it makes it more difficult to complete the rest of the song. Now, each song also comes in 3 different difficulty tiers, and while the easiest is almost impossible to fail, the hardest difficulty is a real challenge since our tour can of course get cancelled if we don't play well enough. The game has us move from venue to venue around the world, following Queen's actual real-life career starting in London in 1974 and then ending in 1986. And as we progress, we get to play new songs and unlock a large range of historic images and trivia about the band. And we can even customize the look of each band member by equipping various iconic outfits from throughout their career, which I think any Queen fan is just gonna find really enjoyable. Queen Rock Tour has a free trial that lets us play Keep Yourself Alive and Seven Seas of Rye, whereas the full game and all 20 songs are unlocked through a single, and yes, you heard that right, a single $2.99 in-app purchase. So there's no horrible monetization system in this game, thankfully. The game can be played offline, takes up 768 megabytes of space, and if you're a huge Queen fan like me, this is a must-play with great nostalgic value. So there you have it, my good sirs. 3 games in less than 10 minutes. Hope you enjoyed it and that you'll let me know what you think about these games in the comment section down below. Did you agree or disagree with my opinions? I'll be down there answering all your comments. So let's get started on that. And then until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around. Whenever we return to the game. Crap, almost got it. Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, and We Will Rock You and all the other hits that this game has released. No, not this game, this band has released. Oh no, it was a perfect read. Even though that also happens manually. It happens automatically. Come on, stick to the script.